right, guys, what is going on? What is Gucci? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Wall Street Wednesday. Wall Street Wednesday. Know what I'm saying? Decided to go. I was going to talk about this sooner or later, but it might as well be today because somebody earlier in the Discord was saying they lost their funded account or funded accounts. It might have been multiple. A lot of messages today. There was a lot going on, and I'm trying to like trade, call ideas for you, work on lesson plans. Like I'm multitasking, which I shouldn't do. I do it, but I probably shouldn't. It's hard to define efficiency and the wrong side of multitasking. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I multitask, I take good trades, get lesson plans done at the same time. I just piss off the rest of the afternoon, and that's it. Today, couple break even or one or two break evens, and then stopped out in profit on ES, and now I'm like, okay, I'm over this bullshit. We got 3 different 1, 2, 3 formation highs on ES today. Sick of this shit. Sick of ES. Cameron did the right thing by going with Nasdaq. Cameron did the right thing, bro. Cameron did the right thing. New high of day for NQ. And ES was like, nah, not doing it. I still think it could. I just don't like where we're at. I mean, because again, look at this. We got our 1, 2, 3 there. Then we got another one here. Like, bruh. But, you know, it's funny because, well, it ain't funny, but it's interesting, I'd say, because in the Discord, I was saying the markets have been very generous the last couple of days. It ain't going to be generous forever. And today is one of those days, right? It's a hard day. It's a harsh day for some people. I get it. Every day ain't easy for me either. Until you find the one. But, you know, sometimes we get stuff like this. Right? Some lows. It looked like it was sweat somewhat. Right? 1 to 2. We only end up getting a new high, you know, before breaking even on the rest. So it's like, yeah, man, sometimes it's difficult until you get another setup later. You know what I mean? But as of now, we're still in the middle of today's range. The highs are still up there, but bro, these 2 formations of 1, 2, 3 highs are just not it, bro. Cameron. How do you miss a TP by 2 ticks when you're at and above? Oh, you went with 420, didn't you? That's why you went for 420. I don't blame you. Okay, never mind. It's not your fault. The markets are just a scam. Take 0 accountability. It's the market's fault, Cameron. You did nothing wrong. Nah, but shit, man. How do you not parse out a new high a day? You know? I don't blame you at all for targeting that 420 level, but anyway, let's do our intro and then see what we can come up with today. All right. What's good? Naruto, Mason, Willow, Harmon, 2020, Eberneth, Torty, Marshall, Sergio, Shay, Rich off the dip, Hotshot, Jordan D. Just passed my second 150K combine. Let's go. We got to pin that. Doesn't it feel good, Jordan, when you can do well when everyone else, like, kind of struggles? Just between you and me, Jordan. Don't pretend like there's not 45 people here. It's just you and me right now. How does that feel, Jordan? You feel like a fucking boss or what? What was the title of the stream yesterday? Getting it right when everyone else gets it wrong? You know what I mean? Doesn't that feel good? Don't lie to me, Jordan. You'll get banned expeditiously. Dow probably made a new low of day. It did not. Okay. Yeah, what a weird ass day. I'll tell you what though. What I'm watching for now is I'm trying to see if we're going to respect this. That's what I was watching earlier. All right. I'm already done. I'm already out. I'm trying to see if we're going to respect that and go higher. It's not looking like it wants to do that. So that idea probably won't work. So, is the stream lagging, chat? Are we lagging here? Drop some ones if you guys can see and if you guys can hear. Or drop some twos if it's laggy. One if it's good. Two if it's laggy. Oh, damn, Cameron. Damn. Well. I'm just gonna move on. What's good? I don't even think I finished the intro today. I have seen Twitter does not like recent... Twitter never likes price action. Every day is a shitty day, according to Twitter. Every fucking day is shitty to them. That's why it's best to just stay off it. How can they think it's shitty and then I'm like catching the low of the day? Just fucking idiots over there, bro. Like, all due respect. Just a bunch of dumbasses over there. Oh, all right. I guess we're good then. Does feel great, not gonna lie. I thought so. I thought so. Time to be poolside. Jordan, you gotta get either a mimosa or a margarita with sugar or salt. I won't judge you either way. That's my opinion. That's my financial advice, Jordan. When you pass a combine, you got to drink. Okay? How about that? How about that? Oh, I had to restart the stream. Okay. You got tequila. Okay, that's fine. You know what? I'll take that too. What kind of tequila? I've got a few different ones, but we can't bullshit too much. Overcoming drawdown and mental setbacks, right? So again, one of you I don't know if they're here now, but someone in the Discord was saying that they had lost their funded account and or accounts, you know, and I'm guessing they did not feel great about it. So I didn't really want to go over this today because I'm saving that for another video, but I'll at least share one, but I'll have to redo it for the video. I shared with you earlier this week, I think last week as well, I talked about mental models, right? You guys remember this? Mental Models by Shane Parrish. You remember this? One of the ideas in here, it wasn't his. I don't even think any of them are. But he gives everybody credit, of course. But I'm saying in here, there's a chapter on... Gosh, let me find it. You can tell I came prepared today. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. On the page after 68. Well, I'll say that. All right. First principles thinking. First principles thinking. So before I tell you, what do you think that means? First principles thinking, get back to basics. What do you think that means? What do you think a trading principle would be? Try to keep it as simple as possible. I'll even give you one as an example. Buy low, sell high. That's a first principle. So what else do you think would count as first principle? There you go, Dow, making a new low of day, you sneaky bastard. You sneaky bastard. New low of day there. We'll see if ES follows suit or not. I really don't even know what to expect here. Do you guys remember these levels from yesterday? You remember those highs I pointed out on the stream? We got that about an hour after the stream ended. So you're welcome. And then that weekly imbalance was up here as well, and we dug more into that. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Nice, Naruto. Mason says target clear liquidity. Not something that I thought, but given the specifics of targeting clear liquidity, we could probably put that under buy low, sell high. Because if we're going to target liquidity, we're going to sell it higher than where we bought it. If we're going to target liquidity on the downside, we're going to buy it below where we sold it. So that could still be buy low, sell high. Edgar says risk management. Okay, but what about risk management? How about, Edgar, how about instead of risk management, how about we say small losses, big wins? That's a little bit more specific. Small losses, big wins. So that could be one. Okay. So if we take a look at our performance, okay? Now, oh, hold on. We got a little bit of a divergence going on. Want to monitor that. What was I saying? If we monitor our performance and we're not doing well, we're not doing good, we need to take a look at our first principles and kind of determine, all right, where are we getting it wrong? So for example, now my stomach hurts because I haven't eaten today. I'm like starving. If I eat before the stream, I'm like coughing a lot. And then if I don't eat, now I'm like dying over here. Right? Like, damn. It's a sad day, chat. It's a sad day. I'm about to eat everything after we're done here. If this was your equity curve, hypothetically, what do you notice about this? We have a loss, small win, big loss, right? So small win, and then there we have a big loss, okay? You see that? So we have to look at our first principles, and one of them is buy low, sell high, of course. But another one would be small losses, big wins. So if we look at this and we're looking at small wins and big losses, something we're doing is fundamentally wrong. It's wrong. Somehow we're taking losses that are bigger than our wins. So something's not right. Either we're letting our losers run, either we're cutting our winners short, or maybe we're taking a couple of break evens in a row. That could count as like a, let's say a 3 or 4 break even streak could be like a small win, basically, right? Something that you're doing is wrong. Okay. So if a trader comes to me and they say, I blew an account, I blew a combine or a challenge, oh, there's probably a new low day. Done. Okay. And I'm going to come back to this in a minute too. So your strategy, okay, something is wrong there. You could also, okay, one principle that I am going to add, and I say this all the time too, act based on logic, not emotions. Act based on logic, not emotions. Again, if you look at your results, win-loss rate, ratio, whatever, and in case you were wondering, for the combine that I passed on the 12th, 2 days ago, my win rate was 71%. In case you were wondering, 71%. That sounds fairly high. I agree, that's pretty high. But you got to remember, their stats include break-evens, or even like small losses that could be considered a break-even. That's factored into that. So we don't really know how accurate that is, but just in case you were wondering, okay? So back to what I was saying. You have to look at your win rate. You have to look at your average loss, your average win, and of course, your equity curve. Your equity curve is going to tell you a lot of information. You can tell when someone's not managing risk. You can tell when somebody's taking too many trades. Okay, so you have to be open and honest with yourself to say, all right, let me take a look. You know, what's really going on? And sometimes we don't do that because that might be painful to admit that we're acting like a goober. Okay, or we're acting stupid. But you got to face the music, man. You got to look at it for what it is. Only then can you go, okay, I'm taking small wins but large losses. So what am I doing wrong? Am I entering late with a wide stop? Am I entering too early and not taking partials and going break even like I was telling you to do earlier in the Discord? Remember? Because what did I tell you earlier when we got this new high up here? We got that beautiful run, and I was saying 9.15 would be a partial. And I said, because we may not get 59.27, but we could still grow the account, reduce risk, and it's going to be a green day. So if you decided, you know what, John, you don't know shit, I'm just going to do what I want to do, and you just held it open, you just took a loss, or you took a break even. Okay? Because guess what? We didn't get 59.27. That's what I wanted. That's what I assumed. But I'm not always right. And just like I said yesterday, I know for a fact I mentioned this. Price does not have to make a new high of day for us to be profitable. We can still take good trades working within a range. And to be quite honest with you, this is not a surprise given these 1, 2, 3 formation highs here. It's not a surprise. We took equities open low here. Well, actually, that'd be like right here. We made a new low of day, but took out, I believe, London's low here. Then we got an inversion model for a run back into internal range liquidity. That was easy. That was easy here. I think it was Flacco or one of you said you were waiting for 58.96. And I was like, that's actually pretty smart. And I liked it. And so, yeah, that is the same trade that got me funded on the other day on Monday. And these are the easiest trades, bro. You wait for liquidity, inversion model, easy, right up to liquidity. Even if it's internal range, that's fine. Okay? There was no distinctive high to take partials. There was no imbalance that could have been bearish. I'm not going to short with low resistant highs. That's so easy. That's free money, basically. Almost, that's the closest thing to free money that you're going to find. You know what I mean? But anyway. Number one, you got to look at your results, okay? Your equity curve. Let me go back to the 5 minute. You got to look at your equity curve, whatever it may be. I've seen this, okay? I've also seen instances where, watch, sweep that low back into the range. Like, it's probably one of those days. It's one of those kind of days. Okay. I've seen traders do this too. What is this? Where you're taking like decent trades, but you're taking losses too, and your wins and your losses are roughly about the same. And you're not going anywhere. Does that make sense? Like you know how the markets consolidate? Like in here? Like, oh, they consolidate? And then your equity curve does that. And you're like, well, I'm not really growing an account. I'm kind of just like, I get a win and then I give it back. And then I get a win and give it back. There's some issues there. Okay? What it is specifically for you, I don't know. There's 51 of you on here. I can't, you know, magically tell everyone the same answer and it's going to fix everything. You have to look at it. Are you taking trades outside of your model? People do that. Are you, again, not taking partials and just, you know, letting it do what it's got to do? You know, all in or all out. I put in the, what was it called? How to get funded with Top Step. I put that in the video yesterday. And I literally was saying, look, I mentor a lot of people. And I'm telling you, the people that don't take partials are the ones that are frustrated and not doing as well because it's all or nothing. It's either a home run or a strikeout. The fuck are you doing that for? Get right, Mason. Base hits. Get on first base. Get on second. Sometimes you get hit, you know, a triple, which is great, but it's not always about home runs. So you know what happens to traders that take partials, okay? They grow the account. For traders who hold on to their winners and take small losses, guess what? That's what ends up happening. So it's a cycle, chat. All right. You're either going to act against your best interest. You can act in a way that's like better, but you're not actually going anywhere. You're kind of just swimming in circles. And the, you know, what everybody wants, right, is to pass that combine, make money trading, hold, I don't know, stocks in a IRA and, you know, build a retirement or some shit. That's what people want to do. There are qualities to every single one of these. I would, and look, I don't want to come off as an asshole, but just for label's sake, you have your losers, your losing traders, you have your break-even traders, and you have your winning traders, okay? That's it. Your losers, most people. Your break-even, it's better than being in a losing state because you saw improvement. Okay, you used to be a loser, now you break even. You saw improvement. You're on the right path. You start to tweak a couple more things, you start to fix those mistakes, then you get into the winner circle. The first principles when it comes to being a winner, okay, is stuff like what we discussed earlier. Buy low, sell high. Small losses, big wins. Right? Not same size wins, same size losses. Or just a bunch of break-even trades in a row. I mean, I've had periods where I've done that too. Which it kind of sucks because you're not winning. It's kind of cool because you're not losing either. But fundamentally, you're doing something wrong. You're either picking low-quality trades and or you're not taking parcels at new highs or new lows. And you're probably not holding like the good trades. Like holding for a higher set of equal highs and stuff like that. Like what I did on Nasdaq on Monday. Hell, I recorded the fucking trade for you. I recorded the entire trade with trade management. You know what I mean? Commentary. This is why I do these things. But some of you probably watched the video one time and you're like, okay, that's cool, but whatever. Bro, you can watch the video 2 or 3 times. You could wait a week, watch it again. I'm literally giving you highlights. I'm giving you banger fucking trades. You know what I mean? And it's not to say like, oh, look at me, look what I can do. You know what I can do. Some of you have been my students for like 3, 4, 5 years now. You already know what I can do. It's not about that. It's about, okay, that was a good fucking trade. How can I do that next time? That's why I record them. So you can see, why is he entering there? Why is the stop loss there? Okay, he's not moving his stop loss, but now he's moving his stop loss. Well, what did he, what did the market have to do for him to move a stop? Like, these are the kinds of things that you should be asking yourself and looking at. I'm literally giving it to you. I'm giving you the answers, okay? How would you recommend journaling your trades and reflecting? Before and after. Screenshot before, screenshot after. You could put your own commentary in there as well. Like, for example, with what I did today, not like, well, the break even, like this one in here was like shit, but for, I guess, at least the good trade, right? You should journal all your trades, but just because this is a live stream and I don't want to be here all fucking day, I would write London's low is taken. We have internal range highs and 59.27. The what is it called? The inversion model presented itself. We had an imbalance created on the way to a liquidity sweep, not a run, a liquidity sweep. We saw that imbalance get traded through at 10.10, right? Oh, what was that, Jordan? 10.10. Oh, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. What the fuck is 10.10, John? That's the 10 o'clock macro. There it is right there. So what did our macro do? Delivered lower. And then it was a reversal. So then guess what? At 10:11, that is the next candle after it trades through the imbalance. So as soon as 10:10 closes, boom, we closed above the imbalance. Okay, 10:11, that's a buy. Look at that. Was I in drawdown for very long? Not really. I took 1 point, if that, immediately higher, came down, small gap, boom. Okay, hardly any drawdown on that. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I would write, I took the inversion model, stop at the low, because I trusted that it was a stop run. I followed the model, how it's supposed to be, wait for the inversion to, wait for the imbalance to get traded through to become an inversion, right? So I waited for a shift in price delivery. I longed, as soon as it came back into it, stop at the low, targeting, these would be internal range highs, and then these would be external range highs. And then this would have went, okay, we partialed at new highs. 59.27 is becoming doubtful, but I'm going to partial because I'm going to grow the account. Then I'm not just going to take my stop and put it at break even. I'm going to put my stop into profit just in case I'm wrong. And then guess what? I'd have been wrong. And then wherever I put my stop, I would have got stopped out in profit. And then it would have been a green day either way. Does that make sense? So before and after images, you could take commentary. I used to tell you guys to print charts, but I can't even get you guys to like the fucking stream. So, you know, much less fucking do some actual work. So I would, at a minimum, I would say at least take screenshots with the text tool, or if you're going to print charts, you could just do it manually if you'd like. Whatever you'd like to do, but that's what I would do. You could also write your emotions in there. Oh, I'm getting nervous because price is consolidating, or I'm getting excited because price is screaming my direction. And this guy, John, really knows some shit. He's not always right, but Jesus, sometimes we take trades and they're fucking bangers. You don't have to write about me in your journal. I'm just bullshitting. But you get what I'm saying. Just write out what you think. Write out your trade management if you're, you know, if you have it. Okay, if you have to take a trade and walk away, you can't really do anything about that. At least do it before and after. And journal your emotions as well. And then guess what? What do you think the weekend is for? Drinking and clubbing? Come on. Journaling is to reflect on the week, reflect on the decent trades, reflect on the good ass trades, and reflect on the losses as well. How else do you think you're going to learn? Quality over quantity, that could be a good principle as well. Right? Focused on high probability trades instead of like trading a lot. I could trade a lot. You know, I could take 1 minute imbalance down to lows and all this shit in between and all that stuff. I just don't like doing that. I like taking one or two like really good trades and then just pissing off. Go to the grocery store, go fucking read a book, go get coffee, or go do all three at the same time. Go bring a book to the grocery store and read it while you sip coffee and then get groceries on the way home. Like, you know what I mean? We got to live life too. I love trading. Don't get me wrong. It's the fucking greatest thing ever, you know, but we got to live life too. So you can just do other shit. But yeah. All right. So hopefully that has given you some insight. Overcoming drawdown. Now that's a little bit different than what we talked about, which was basically trying to analyze and fix your mistakes. Overcoming drawdown, okay, is different. That's more of a risk management thing. Now, one thing I will say to do, if this stream is not enough for you, I would watch number 1, the 48 Laws of Trading. I still can't believe I did that for fucking free. That still baffles me. I still tell myself like, yo, you should probably take that down. But I'm not going to. All right. 48 Laws of Trading. And then there was a mindset masterclass I did some time ago. I'll have to find it and post it in the Discord. But I would watch those two. 48 Laws of Trading and that mental or mindset masterclass, whatever. Because I think I go through all those mistakes, like fear of missing out, over leveraging, you know, all that kind of shit. Overcoming drawdown. Okay. We got a lot going on now. Overcoming drawdown. Specifically with Top Step. Okay. Let's keep it simple. All right. And this is like almost no different from the how to get funded with Top Step video from yesterday. We broke it down, right? You have on a 50K combine, okay? You have $2,000 of risk capital. If you lose 2,000, like from the jump, basically, you get no wins, you just straight fuck it up. Okay, you got 2 grand until that account is no longer yours. And that 2,000 can be broken down a bunch of different ways. Okay, you could have 2 days at 1,000. You could have 4 days, let's say at 500, right? I forget what the other ones were. 2 at 1,000, 4 at 500, probably like 8 trades at 250, 10 trades at 200, right? Something like that. You get what I'm saying, where you're just losing in a row. What I've also talked about many times in the past is you can start off large for like 1 or 2 trades. That's okay. But if you're on a losing streak, I would cut my risk in half. Because what you're doing is you're slowing down the bleeding, right? You're stopping the bleeding. That's like one of the most important things in the medical field too. Like, absolutely not medical advice, but you know, someone fucking gets shot and they're bleeding and you're like, oh fuck, what do I do? You stop the bleeding. Or you try to, right? That's the point. You stop the bleeding. If you lost 1,000 and then the next day you lost another 1,000, you're cooked. You're cooked in 2 trades. If you lost 1,000 and then you lost 500 and then you lost 250 and then you lost 75 and then you lost 3250 or whatever halfway would be. Okay, something like that. Do you see the difference there? Drop some 3s in the chat if you're like, yeah, John, I get it. We can take even a sizable loss. You can lose half your shit in one go. I don't recommend doing that, but you could do it. You could do it. There was one point where at a $2,000 risk capital, bro, I had did one of those. I had lost 500 and then I lost like another, or no, I lost like 1,000 and then I lost another 500. I was like 250, maybe $300 from losing that account. Still passed it. Right? Still passed it. Because this is what I had done. I said, okay, John, you're fucking wildin'. You took some dumbass trades. Okay, now it's time to get out of it. Now it's time to, well, not in one trade, but you get what I'm saying, though. Like, lock in some wins, and you need to get back into the green. Green being above the starting point at 0. Right? That's $2,000 of risk capital. You need like, what, 3,000 to pass. And so everyone starts at 0 right here. And that's where you're trying to get to. Okay, so eventually, okay, maybe go back a little bit red or some shit, and then that's eventually what you want. Now, the curves usually don't look that exponential, but again, this is a live stream. I'm trying to give you concepts, okay? And I know people are visual learners, right? If you go on a losing streak, you're going to lose that account. You can still handle a losing streak, but mathematically speaking, you don't have to necessarily cut your risk in half, but at least cut your risk to some degree. And that's how you never blow an account unless you just suck and then you just never pass. Like, I guess that could work, but mathematically speaking, you should not blow an account. Okay, Jordan, that's a great question. So Well, I only passed the 50Ks. I haven't even tried the 100K or the 150K. But you're the one who passed, so you tell them, Jordan. Do you recommend they trade E-minis or micros? So if you're going to trade the 50K combine, personally, I would avoid E-minis altogether. Have I traded E-minis on those? You bet your ass I have. Okay? But I'm also John Fib. All right? Ego aside. For the 100K and 150K, you could go up to E-mini. But I would be very careful about going with E-mini. If you're going to scale, like if you're going to pyramid in, that's fine. If you want the most comfortable thing for me to do, if we're being 100, right? I would just go with micros. So that way you could take partials instead of having just one E-mini. Okay, you could take 10 micros, you know, partial 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe 5 and hold the other 5, you know, and again, grow that account through partials. So now, again, it also depends on what time frame that you're looking at. So as an example, today, the risk on something like that would have been what? About 10 points. Right? Or is my math fucked up? Oh, it's less. It's like 9. Okay, so 9 points. You could do a E-mini. Because at 9 points, that'd be $450 of risk. Right? What's 9 times 50? That sounds like 450. So at 100K or 150K, risking only $450, you could do that. Because what was the upside? Well, a 1 to 2, 450 twice, 900. Yeah, you could do E-mini. I told you the trade that got my first funded account was not the Nasdaq E-mini. I mean, that was not the Nasdaq micro. That was the Nasdaq E-mini. And that's why it was easy, because it was just like that. It was just like this. I had entered at a 5-minute imbalance, almost no drawdown, and then just straight gunned. And it didn't take a lot for me to get that. I mean, I forgot how much it was. It was like 800 or 900 I needed. And I got it like really quickly because it was an E-mini. It's $20 a point. I mean, that'll rip your face off. But that's how. So I think we're losing people. Where's everybody going, dog? Where's everybody going? You guys don't like learning how to pass the combine? That's crazy. That is crazy. Librite doesn't do E-minis. Again, personal preference. It's personal preference. If you can frame really, really low risk trades, I don't see why not. But if you're just going to take, you know, trades on 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, etc., you have a little bit of a wider stop than a 1 minute, you like taking partials and stuff like that, and you're just more comfortable because you're trying to risk as little as possible, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. The risk has to make sense. Exactly. Low risk, high reward setups. I just want to look at one thing real quick. Oh, that's a bitch. I'm over here streaming to y'all, not even watching the 1 minute, and it gave us the inversion model down there. It gave it to us, man. We took AM sessions low. We took it. 2.5 points. Traded. Is that pink? No, it's just a shitty purple. Imbalance. Swept it. Threw it. Into it. And higher. Man, you guys suck, bro. You guys suck. Y'all made me miss a trade, damn it. And now that I'm not in it, now we'll get 927. Right? Now we'll get it. No, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get that or not. But what I do know is one of you were in the Discord earlier saying that you missed it. And I immediately followed up and was like, bro, setups happen every day. Even if you don't see them every day, at least every week, there's a few different setups. How many setups did you see today just of the inversion model? How many? Let's go back into history. We do have a lower low here before we get that higher high. I would still argue on a 5-minute time frame, that was still a Judas model here, right? 1, 2, 3, imbalance, traded through, and then look closely. What's that? Right there. 839 closes below it. 840 trades higher. Boom. Right into that. That's an inversion model there. I forget which one it was I did earlier. I think it was this one. Okay. Lows swept to some degree. I should have waited for London's low like one of y'all did, but I was like, fuck it, I'll just take it. That didn't offer a 1 to 2, but it did offer a new high as a partial. Okay. And then the one that I took earlier, and a lot of you did as well, this one down here. Okay. We don't really have a Judas model up here, but we do have an inversion model here. So look at that. At a minimum, after equities open, you had 1, 2, 3, at least 4 different trading opportunities. 4. We still have 2 hours left in the day. There was already 4 just based on inversions. That was a Judas. That one's not. That one's not either. And I don't even think this one is. The Judas is specific to the 1, 2, 3 formation, but it's still an inverted imbalance. And look at that. We're still trading in the direction of liquidity. Even if we don't get that. Why do you think I said that yesterday? It might have been Monday. We don't need price to hit our higher targets to be profitable. You can just, I think Mason did this. Mason was all in here and then all out right here. All in, all out. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Still a good trade. And if he doesn't do any more trades today, he's going to have a green day. Right? And that's what it's about. So, do we have any last minute questions related to overcoming drawdown and the mental setbacks? If you're breaking your rules, stop doing that. You need to figure out what's causing you to do that. Rushing success, trying to prove people wrong. Bro, fuck what other people think. Okay? Honestly, who cares? And the day, if you ever buy a sports car, people are going to say, oh, this is awesome, this is great. And then after that, nobody cares. Only strangers. Everyone else gets used to it. Everyone in the neighborhood, well, except the kids. All like the 10-year-olds, they're always like, oh yeah, what's going on? You know? Because I'm like blaring ignorant music in a sports car. The kids love it. But everybody else, they don't care. Focus on you. Focus on your trading. Focus on your career. And yeah, Hotshot, that didn't come from me originally, but I do say that from time to time. It's not about being right. It's about making money. I like to be both. Right? especially with the MLM industry. They're fucked. You know what I mean? I told you about that years ago. I like being right. It's one of the greatest feelings ever. It's like, I told you so. Should have listened to me. Now you're missing out on millions. Dumbass, but whatever. Greed has gotten me before. So 1W and I'm done for the day is my rule. See, that's fine. That's fine. Get your win and walk away. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But Mason knows what greed will do to him if he keeps going. Because it didn't work out in the past, did it? If it didn't work out in the past, it probably won't work in the future. But what works is small wins, or excuse me, that doesn't work. Small losses, big wins. Holding your winners for the liquidity. Taking partials at new highs and new lows. Reducing risk when you're on a losing streak. Okay? These are the kinds of things. It makes for boring conversation. I know. These are my least favorite to do. They're probably your least favorite to listen to. Because I know you guys like the concepts and the entry techniques and the bangers and all that shit. I do too. Don't get me wrong. But you have to have a realistic picture, a full picture of what a profitable trader does. Okay? If you're going to take this seriously, like a professional, these are the types of conversations that you got to get through. Because what happens if you don't? You lose an account. So all that money that you paid into it is gone. So that's it. That's all I got for today. Okay? If you guys don't have anything else, that is going to be it. And I don't think I'm going to take any more trades today, honestly. I think I'm going to let that go. I want to finish up this lesson plan that I got for you guys that is based on mental models. I did tell you about one of them today, first principles. But I'll go more in depth with them and I'll give you five principles. Buy low, sell high is one of them. Small losses, big wins is one of them. And there's 3 more. But that's for that video. That's not for this live stream. What's for lunch? Ooh, that's a good question. It's 91 degrees outside. It doesn't feel like 91. I did Chipotle yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out. But y'all, be good. Be blessed. Have an amazing rest of your day. All right. In closing, take notes, man. You got to write this kind of stuff down. You guys are always welcome to share your notes in the Discord. Y'all know that, right? We have a lounge. I don't think anybody's ever used it. But we have a lounge. You guys can voice chat with each other. Y'all can post, I think, PDFs. If you can't, let me know. Or you can at least post pictures of your notes. You can share with each other. You know what I mean? That's what a community is for. You shared your gallery today? Oh, I must have not seen it. But all right. Be good, be blessed. We'll be here, not tomorrow. I'll do a market review tomorrow. We'll be here Friday on the 16th. Okay? I'll see you then.
Chasing down our happiness, but all we do is make a mess. I'd rather bear the loneliness than to suffer in silence with you.